Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoon.
So cozy.
Time of God, she's fed and snoozed.
Say cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
Say cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.
And welcome back to St. Kohzee's Center for Comfy Nostalgia. As always, I'm joined by Kevy the Kid,
Hi, wife.
Mr. Sloppy Joe,
Hi, Kev's wife.
and I'm Bear. Hey, Tanya. And today, we've got a couple of little treats for you. We're going to start off with Greatest Heavyweight Sega Genesis in honor of Jack Johnson Day, not in the game or anything. In the middle, we're going to talk about school fights, what happens when kids threw fisticuffs at school. And closing it out, in honor of the 3 Mile Island disaster, Atomic Runner from Data East, also Sega Genesis game. Good morning, fellas.
Good mornings.
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm happy and pleased to have Mr. Sloppy Joe back. So welcome back, fella guy.
I'm glad to be here until I look at these games you're having me play today.
What happens when you're not here to pick?
To defend myself is more like it.
Yeah, well, same difference.
Same deal.
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, do you have any tales of all your travels? You've been gone for so long. I'm sure everybody wants to know where you've been. Is this a Rumpelstiltskin situation? I don't know.
Well, when the plane landed and the smoke cleared. No, it was just a work trip back to Dallas, so unfortunately not much to talk about other than getting some delicious Tex-Mex in my belly and some good barbecue. It's really the high points from the trip.
Eat.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Eating, of course.
That's every vacation, though.
What'd you eat? Yeah, what'd you eat? What'd you drink? That's about it.
I mean, I've always liked that old Gaffigan joke when he's on vacation. He's like, well, let's, everybody's arguing, well, let's go get something to eat, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go eat later, okay? Yeah, it's just where are we going to eat into the next eating. Yeah.
Yeah, eating, and you're scheduling the next eating.
Because that's what we all really want to do. We just want to eat constantly. And vacation gives you that excuse to just eat and drink and be merry. That's all we want to do.
It's encouraged, I would say, even. Just to go for it. All right. Shall we greatest heavyweight?
Let's grate those heavyweights.
Let's grate those heavyweights. Let's do it. All right.
Audio bear.
Thank you, kid.
It's true. Yeah, happy Scary Bunny Day indeed, Ro.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about each.
All right, this looks... I commented when I just saw a little bit of this earlier, but the faces look great. I think
They do.
They did good with the art here.
Is that what they did in the same thing they did for Mortal Kombat, Joe? Where they, like, digitize a real person or something like that? They
Yeah.
digitize a picture?
What
Yeah,
happened
these
to
are
the
just
person?
photographs. Well, the Native Americans have a
real?
theory.
There's so many little weird sounds going on. Sucker. Is that... I couldn't tell if that was in the track, like baked in as the part of the song.
Yes,
Yes.
it is part
okay.
of the song.
Oh, good. Part of the soundtrack.
It's almost a Weird Al track where it's got a bunch of sound effects with it too. So that's it. Okay, we're into the game here. We're just going to do exhibition.
Question already. How can both of them be ranked 1? Is that because they're all heavyweight, greatest heavyweights are all ranked 1? Is that how this goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go,
Oh, okay.
they have some other, just some randos
some
here.
randos. Okay.
And they're, Mike Dixon's also ranked 1.
Rando guy.
Yeah.
Tommy
Dunn.
Tommy Hearn.
I love their names. Dixon, Dunn, Big Ed.
Look at these nightmare eyes. They're missing eyes. There's no time. These remorseless
Jumpy.
pugilists don't have any souls or eyes.
Jumpy Malone, Sleepy Crow,
Sleepy Crow.
Duncan Coffer.
You know, Duncan Crawford. Looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, definitely Stone Cold. Stinky. Okay. All right.
There's a weird space there. I read it quickly as Saint Inky.
Oh, there is a space there. Huh. Maybe he is
Picture.
sainted.
Sainted.
Oh, I didn't know this was a Sega Sports title. Nice.
Smoke
so there's-
Spitz. Swifty.
Wow.
Marcus. Man, there's a
There's a
ton
real
of made up.
deep-
They're all made up. No.
Lightning
Eugene.
Lou. Wild Bill Ivy. Wild Bill Ivy and Lightning Lou look similar. Yeah,
One's
they're-
dirtier than the
That's
other.
the Hogan. If you need the Hogan Viking character, that's your pick. Go Lightning Lou. You think kids like actually fought over? No, I'm Kenny Biggs. No, I want to be Red William.
I don't know. Would you have Kev fought over that?
Hell no.
Hell no.
There would have been Muhammad Ali. I would have been Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, I liked
Michael
Ali a lot
Myers.
as a kid.
Whoa.
Dang.
Well, just to get going here, we're not going to do Ali versus Ali.
Can we? Yeah, fight one of those scrubs.
Yeah, there he is.
Hit rank 30. Just beat the shit out of the lowest
Fire.
ranked guy. I won't, though. I'll probably lose.
Oh, Slop, do you see what Ro just posted? This supports 6-button control pad.
Ah. Well, I didn't know that, so we're not programmed for that. It's
Yeah, how
probably
many times
better
have we
anyway.
bitched? How many times have we bitched about Sega only having 3 buttons, and now we've got one? And yeah,
Well, honestly, it's probably for the best in this scenario because I'm not using a real Sega Genesis 6 button, which looked like an arcade. It had the 3 pairs of 2 right on the front, as opposed to using this with the shoulder buttons. I imagine it's maybe a little awkward, but it's good that there's the option.
yeah. I wonder what percent of games in the Sega Genesis library are 6-button compatible. It's got to be pretty low.
I would imagine so. I believe I have a left punch button, a right punch button, and a block. And move forward
So how do you
and backwards.
determine head versus body?
Just hitting the button is head. If you press down, it's body.
Okay.
And there are button combinations as far as like hitting, like forward and punch will give you a hook. Hitting block and punch will give you a uppercut. Yeah. So we'll see.
That's grooving.
What's your taunt button?
Yeah, Ro's giving us all kind of cool stuff in the chat,
Yeah.
man. Like there is taunting, there's improved speed over other games of this creation, I guess.
Vander Holyfield had a game.
Got camera movement too.
Yeah.
He's just the challenger. Okay.
Unnamed man won. Third challenger.
Round 1.
Is that Bruce?
Oh, I'm so pretty.
Sounds. Ooh, he's talking crap too. Interesting to not have any crowd. Oh, there's a little crowd. Only when you land. Wow, it's just body.
So okay. There
so
is certainly a
tan.
stats different.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
that just happened, Ro. Like Muhammad Ali just taunted him on his own.
I mean, I was hoping the faces and the body would change, like he gets all beat up or something.
It
but
looks like Byron's
they're
getting
there.
pretty beat up. Look at his face.
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, he already looked like that.
7, 8,
He's dead now.
9, 10, knockout. And the winner
Wow, that was. Wow, you're the best at this, Joe.
Okay, so there's clearly a difference in the characters you pick.
Just beat up the scrubs, I guess. Have you heard the talking? The little sound clip, the voice clips, Joe?
Mhm.
They sound good to me.
Yeah, they sound pretty good.
And
the
replays?
replay? Okay.
Oh, and you get the London Times takes out a front page.
He
Wait.
exploded his eyeballs.
Oh, I read that different. Humiliates flag.
Careful, Kev.
Humiliates flag. Gosh.
All right. Well, let's try.
You want to try like what's the other play mode? Or modes? New career, tournament.
Tournament.
Oh,
And that's it.
okay.
Is the career like one where you get to make your fighter better as you go?
It does say something about skills and stats, but I don't know if they get applied automatically or if you get to allot them. So we could try it.
Well, don't pick the worst guy.
Not the worst guy. Where
You're
was
getting
our?
more overconfident in your skills here, Joseph.
No.
One
I'm
fight,
just
look at him go.
no. I know it's going to be. I just don't know how the.
Duke Foster
That
looks a little like you.
Yeah. It's your dead eyes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
And. All right. Oh wow, you get to do all of this.
Man, this game's got a ton of features. Ro is just thank you, Ro. Like it says, the actual real life greatest heavyweights featured in the game. The way that they move in the game is reflected in the game. Like I mean, the way they move in real life is reflected in the game. That's a lot of programming.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
All right.
Why, James?
Yeah. Why did they put that?
I can never tell which one's me.
Hulked out,
You go
man.
with Blanco? Blanca?
Oh yeah, we're doing Blanca now.
Blanca. Okay, I wasn't
here
sure
you
if we
go.
were Hulking, Blanca.
So to start with, here you go. Yeah, it's a balanced scenario. Well, we'll just do this, right? That can't
Fastest
go
one,
wrong.
you throw the fastest one punch, and then you fall down.
We'll keep it balanced. I have no idea. Okay.
Man with this horrible disease coming in the box.
He's confused. He thought it was pro wrestling, not pro boxing.
In this corner, player one.
Well, they actually put less people in the crowd, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice feature too, man. And then turning the camera is also
In
just wild.
this corner, the challenger.
I appreciate who designed the women in this game, too.
Oh yeah, they clap.
Let's get ready to rumble.
My green body.
Round one.
It's really smooth looking the action. I mean, is that you talking crap?
What's wrong with you?
That was him.
Oh,
Here I am.
yeah.
Sucker.
I think it's because you're not talking enough shit, Joe.
I think so. He's pummeling me.
Pansy.
Oh, nice.
Do you have like a stamina, or can you just throw as many punches as you want?
Seems you can throw as much as you want.
We'll just throw that mother.
I'm trying. He's
taking it to you right now, big guy.
It's getting a little more even here. Oh, I see. There is a meter on their heads and bodies now, Kev. You see that white line scrubbing
It's
down?
going down.
Yeah.
Is that pain? Oh, that looks like pain. Oh, it is Michael Buffer. Rose said it's Michael Buffer.
Yeah,
Let's get
they
ready to
spent
rumble.
some money developing this game, that's for sure.
Here I am.
Here I am.
Kicking.
Don't let him bully you. Push him back, Joe.
Oh. Rose said you can pause and replay at any time during the game.
oh, we cut him open.
You cut him?
Pansy.
Yeah, you did. Orange blood.
This is exhausting.
I'd say you won round. I'd give it a 10-9 round to you. Slop.
He landed a lot more, though,
Green Machine.
percentage-wise.
Okay, so when you're playing characters that aren't the all-star heavyweights that can just slam dunk on you immediately, there are rounds. And
And apparently the crowd goes wild in between rounds more than during the fights.
well,
They have like
I mean,
they
why do
almost
you
sound like
think
an
that?
ocean.
the ebb and flow of the audience, of course.
They're so fickle.
Mama's boy.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, Ro, that Mike Dixon is Mike Tyson.
That's yeah.
Ah,
Tommy Morrison. Yeah, I was right about Tommy Dunn.
okay.
Big
Good
head.
pickup, guys.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5, 6,
It's trying.
he's out. Ain't no way.
Sissy, Pansy.
What?
Wait, he's taunting you after getting knocked down? Oh.
Yeah. Got to
Crazy.
double down on it.
He's still on the ground at 8. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That
Like when
sounds
they
like.
don't move at all.
Doesn't that?
8, 9.
No, it's not him. I was gonna say, is it the what Judge Mills Lane guy? But I think it's just somebody doing a little impression. Nice. With an
Oh, that
uppercut,
was a
too.
good one.
That's it.
And the winner is.
TKO.
I guess his eye healed really quickly. He does look doppelganger-esque of you.
The referee looks like Kurt Angle.
They gave that first round a 10-10. Wow, they called it even. I thought you won that first round.
I'm certainly not blocking. I keep forgetting to block.
That's cool, man. I like how it does this little replay into the highlight, into the newspaper.
Yeah.
4.5 out of 5. Oh, here we go. Here's our
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like this.
Protein.
Protein diet. I have enough money for food.
Finally.
Yeah, $5,500 of steaks. Let's go.
Pick 3. Okay.
And then there we go.
Loose weights. Oh, loose weights.
Okay, got a little more power. Jack's got no power. Got a powerful mustache, though.
Deflecting punches. It's all greased up.
Ro says don't block. He says just keep blasting.
Go
That's
for
what
it.
it's. Yeah, that seems like the strategy.
You could try just counter striking, just be a little further back and let him miss, and then.
Ugh. That's disorienting.
Challenger.
Yeah, it looks very similar to the Super Nintendo Mode 7 kind of stuff, that the way they would slide things around. Yeah, it's a little.
Get ready to rumble. Round 1.
Your little guy on the map is green.
Mama.
Mama?
You can't taunt me as I'm punching you in the head.
This guy, does he even throw a punch?
Nope.
He leaned into it.
As a board.
4, 5, 6.
Come on, Slop. I want to see those stats of 0 punches thrown.
Oh, that would be awesome. A shutout. Oh, okay.
Came out
You
swinging.
got him mad now. There you go. That was a body head.
Don't run away. Don't run.
I'm not. You're stepping back.
Ugh.
1, 2.
All right, Slop likes the uppercut finish.
5, 6,
Well, when they put their head down there, it makes it hard not to.
9, 10. Knockout.
Dead.
And
Blood
the
red flash.
winner is
They,
Player 1.
Player 1. Be awesome if they said
I mean, at least
Slop
they give you your name in the paper.
in the paper.
That's
Paper
cool.
gets
I
it
love
right. They got journalistic integrity.
Give me them replays.
Oh, this one, bam.
Oh, yeah, billing over Mike Tyson. That's pretty cool.
You mean Mike Dixon?
Mike Dixon,
Yeah,
sorry.
of course.
Okay.
Oh, it shuffled them around, or did it add some new options?
Exercycle.
So I'm guessing Exercycle is stamina. Running is probably stamina. Stamina doesn't
later
really
upgrade,
seem to
bro.
be your problem necessarily.
Yeah, why is... It looks like there's optimal picks. Like,
Oh, like they want you to be balanced, not just...
well, as far as increasing your stats,
Yeah.
so you have a couple of different, like the Exercycle and the running shoes affect the
lot.
same stats, but obviously the Exercycle is the better one to pick.
Yeah, I see that.
Have a jump rope on top. You'll need a head guard.
That was some speed. Ooh, and proteins is good, too.
I would say head guard, huh? Wouldn't you? Or whichever one give you the most speed.
God, you're...
You're already just, yeah, way better than these people.
These guys aren't training at all.
That's later, bro. He has to train with the guns before he gets them.
In this corner,
Yeah, it just evolves into
player one.
the most dangerous game. Hunting men for sport eventually. And then you go into space.
Oh, so that was the replay thing you
In
just
this
did.
corner,
Wonder how the replay works.
challenger.
I'm assuming that later during this career mode, you'll start fighting name fighters
Get ready
too.
to rumble. Round one. Kicking.
Dang! We
Okay,
started, dude.
I'd like to hear our taunts too, if we can figure that out at some point.
I just did one.
Oh, that was you, Chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was him.
Definitely not want to fight that guy.
Kid, what do you feel about the layout? Because you've got names at the top, that mini map-ish thing to tell you where you're at in the ring, which doesn't seem that relevant. Then you got time around your body's hits and damage, your face hit and or head hit and damage, and then your stamina.
I mean, the screen's way too busy for me. I want to see more of the fighters. I know that the energy and how your body's all jacked up, that's important too, but I think they could have condensed that down a little bit. It's a little too much for me.
I agree. I would have probably put in the bottom bar at the top and then just included their legs and just ditched all that other stuff.
Right, they wanted to make it like specific to each fighter, which is kind of cool, but unnecessary. Takes up too much real estate. Sucker.
Double KO finish.
Rocky 2 finish.
Nice.
Don't run away. See? Kicking. Mama's boy.
Dang.
Mama's boy.
I'd say you took that round handily. I'm interested about their
Get back to my
scoring now,
corner.
for sure.
That's why they're cheering Ring Girl. Not for the fight.
That Kelly Kapowski that just walked past.
Hey. Yeah. I like that, actually.
Round.
Wow, they
Okay.
actually had him jiggle. Jesus Christ, game.
Here I am.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you?
You cut him.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
It's really satisfying when they are in mid-taunt and you blast them. That's great. Oh, you're cut. Oh, no. I guess you've got red blood, though.
Here I am.
Does taunting give you any energy back? Is there any point in doing it? Other than
One.
More of a Jessica Hahn.
3,
Who's
4,
Jessica Hahn?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, he got up. Okay. I don't know who Jessica Hahn is. Goldie's sister? Goldie Wilson. Nice.
1,
Put him right back down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Got him.
You're out of here.
And the winner is.
Oh, they did score it for you 10-9 that first round.
That's
Okay.
right. The Green Machine.
Mm.
Sounds
Hit
cool.
pause and see if you can replay it now.
I think it's going to do the automatic. Yeah.
Oh.
That was it. Hit him in the right above the
Annihilate.
crotchal.
Annihilates.
So maybe. I wonder if they're.
I really
if
like
you-
this idea here, Slop, because later games did do stuff like that. They wanted
Yeah.
you to kind of stay in balance. This is the first game I remember seeing that same feature. I mean, based on our like stats as they're now filling up, it seems like you'll be basically maxed out within 7 or 8 more fights.
Yeah.
Unless it just gets harder and harder, like less gains as you get to the.
Oh, you're right, Ro. It looks exactly like the ring girl, Jessica Hahn. I have no idea who she is, though. I've never seen her before. It's like generic late 80s, early 90s lady. Big old hair.
Big ol' her.
A helmet of sorts.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, we got Red Williams here.
Round 1. Chicken sucker. Sissy. Sucker.
Chicken sucker.
It just becomes a taunt fest.
Chicken. What's wrong with you? Sissy.
Something doesn't tell me that Red Williams would sound like that.
By the way, with your speed, Slop, definitely that 1-2, just that jab cross, lands almost every time.
Don't run away.
Nice.
Finish him with the
It
uppercut.
was in mid taunt. Oh yeah,
Oh,
cool.
awesome.
So we can then choose our own replay.
You can see right here, he makes connection and really just puts those lights right out.
Wow, cool, man. Like this game, you can control your own replays. Shoot, when does that even happen in other games?
7, 8.
Yeah, not till much later, you would think. Oh, he's pissed.
That's a deep pull then, Ro. Apparently that was Jessica Hahn as Jim Baker's side piece. God.
Oh, okay. We're getting all kinds of
Oh,
facts.
not his side piece. Okay, never mind then. Take that back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Take a break.
10.
Take a break forever.
And the winner is.
There was no difficulty setting either, right, Slop?
Number 1.
I think there is in the options.
Okay, we're on just normal, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't change it.
Okay.
Well, that's 30 minutes there, boys. If you want to do another match or call this one.
I think we got time for one more, but it's up to Slop.
Sure.
He's the player.
Sure. Let's see. It's going much better than my practice because I was like, all right, let's just practice Ali versus Joe Frazier, and it was obliterated because their CPU stats or reaction times are so high that.
Ooh.
Oh, you can start
Vitamin.
taking anabolic steroids.
Hell yeah, get them Flintstones.
Look, it actually does give you a boost in everything, which, yeah.
Ooh.
You're up to 25 grand, guy. Lightning Lou.
Here we go, taking on Hulk Hogan.
Oh, the
A young
Hogan-esque
Terry
character.
Bollea.
Got power.
In this corner, player 1.
I think they should have
I'm very
programmed
sick.
the VO for the these like scrub characters too. Why not?
In this corner,
Maybe just memory, like space.
the challenger.
Smiles.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Get ready to rumble. Round 1.
Ooh, yeah, he's got the power for sure.
You call you a sissy?
Yeah. These short arms.
Yeah, use your jab, man, so you can get it out there. There you go. Keep at the end of them punches.
Sucker, sissy, what's wrong?
Nice.
With that uppercut.
He's really grunting there when you're hitting him in the body. Stuck him. Nice. Put him down. Sit him.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Come on, Terry.
9.
Did you? Okay, he got it.
Sissy.
Ugh. Got a little Stallone there.
Ugh.
Ugh.
2, 3, 4,
Barely had his neck moved by 3. Ugh.
7, 8,
Very stiff.
9, 10.
Oh.
Knockout. And the
Turns into a pool of blood.
is Player 1.
Well done, player 1. Well done.
Thank you.
Is there a 2-player mode in this game, by the way?
I would assume
have
so.
to be. Yeah.
Let's see what the papes say. Devastating.
So it was actually like a backhand, an upper
Wow.
backhand. oh,
Oh. Okay, you're teasing
because you
you.
got to get back in time. So now it's a time traveling.
America.
So yeah, it looks like we just keep going. I believe there's a save feature, so you could pick this back up and it would, continue your career. But yeah, I have to assume that there was a 2-player. There is an option in that like exhibition menu for CPU, so I'm sure there's a swap to a 2-player if you got another controller.
Nice. All right. Well, I look forward to chatting about that one later for rating it. However, it's time for something else, something different. And it's going to be our segment, which is talking about school fights.
Oh yeah. Good old school fights.
Got something, kid? Yeah. Oh my God, it's a bloodbath.
So this is based off of a real school fight that I saw. It looked about like that.
Yeah. Bear volume.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so thanks, Kev, for the art. Who would like to lead us? Now, we didn't talk too much ahead of time about this, so we can be from elementary school all the way through high school. Those are all technically schools, and there's different kinds of fights that emerge between an elementary and a high school. So if anyone's, maybe someone have an elementary or a younger kind of fight story. Uh-oh, Slop, go then. Go first.
Well, I was going to say I don't have any experience in this category.
You can be a witness. You don't have to be.
Oh yeah,
in the
I mean it was
ring.
only witness.
Okay.
So the only thing I was kind of a part of in elementary school was someone did you kneel down behind someone and then someone pushes you and you fall over. Someone did that to me, but I was like, one of the short kids, so it just kind of like sat down on them. I didn't really fall over. And then other than that, I just remember in high school, people fighting in the stairwells and it being a pretty regularly scheduled event. And people are just like, I'm trying to get to class. And it's just like
it became
a
annoying.
little pocket. And if you're at the top of the stairwell looking down, it's just ants, all going around. It's that was crazy to me that it was just a normal. They're hashing it out. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, Dougie. I'm with you. That's something that is now we all went to the same high school, but in elementary school, if people actually, threw hands or anything close to fighting, even pushing and shoving, it was a huge deal. But by the time we got to high school, again, I was like, I just want to get to class, or I'm trying to get around. And the fight would end up becoming this traffic jam, essentially, more than anything.
Get absorbed into the fight. No.
Kev, you got one?
Yeah. So mine was in high school. My girlfriend at the time told me that a guy in her class called her a bitch. So, of course, I have to go confront this guy. So he was just, we weren't in the stairwell, but I was going to the stairwell and he was coming out of the stairwell. So we met right outside the stairwell in the main hallway, right off the commons. So immediately, oh my God, what did I said something ridiculous. I asked him
was
if
it cinematically ridiculous or?
Yeah. Oh, it was from a movie.
Of course.
Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. So yeah, I met him and then I said, "Did you call my girlfriend a bitch?" He said, "Yeah, because she was being a bitch." She was, but besides the point.
Yeah.
And I said the line from Joe Dirt, "Does your mother sew?" And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Get her to sew that." And I grabbed him and slammed him into the locker. I slammed him into the locker, and that immediately caused the crowd to insulate us from everywhere. And his cousin had just moved in from the bad part of town. And his cousin immediately jumps in between us. So now they're both squaring off against me. And I'm like, I'm about to lose this here. And luckily, Coach, I don't remember what his name was, but one of those people, it looks like they came from a different dimension. The man looked like a troll, like a 7-foot tall troll. He's probably about 500 pounds. He was a huge football coach, of course. And he comes in and grabs everybody all at once and picks us
with his two hands. He grabs three people.
But I somehow slip out because I was wearing a leather jacket, of course. So I slipped him.
You fawns down. Got it.
Merged back into the crowd and scurried off. They both got taken to the principal's office, and I was gone. And the next day, I'm walking down the hallway, and I hear "Durr!" And I turn around, and it was our school resource officer, Mr. Jones. I was like, ah. He pulled me back into his office, and he had the little sheet of paper in front of him from, I guess, their testimony. I had a little sheet of paper in front of him. He said, "Did you, quote, ask a kid if he knew what it felt like to bleed to death? Because he's about to find out? Or did your mother sew? Get her to sew that? What did you say to this kid?" And I admitted to it, and he just told me to go back to class. So it wasn't really a fight. It was more of a kerfuffle that was broken up by some sort of giant man.
Yeah, you upset the herd, and some. I do like that. Grab three. I know how you've always been giant. How big were these guys?
They were the one kid that I was trying to fight was about my height, maybe a little skinnier than me. The other kid was probably 6 foot. So they were all larger people, and he just picked us up like we were toys.
Wow.
And Kev escaped like a cartoon character.
There you go. That's the best part.
The old slip.
Yeah, I'm out. If there's a real common factor between Kev and I, it's the ability to slip out of trouble like that. I think that's pretty nice superpower that we were gifted.
Ro wants to know about the jacket.
Oh, okay.
I was still wearing. I mean, he was trying to grab 3 people at once. It's not very hard, and he only had me by the collar, and it was leather, and I'm sure he was greasy because it was 500 pounds. So I just kind of, pulled away, slipped out, and moved back into the crowd.
Had butter all over my jacket. Yeah,
I'm not getting rid of that $10 Goodwill find.
Got to hang on to those.
Gotcha.
Well, one factor I think that might be worth just mentioning here is that because this is something I noticed as a kid, I'm sure Kev probably did too, but let me know. When you grew up with a brother, and it's the 80s and 90s anyway, so we're watching action shows all the time and practicing them on each other and things like that. Like there's a certain level of comfort maybe, or just acclimation to violence, which I realized much later on. It's not in everybody's experience necessarily. So I feel pretty comfortable in those situations just because, like, yeah, I've wrestled and, fought with Kev forever. So when those situations come up, it doesn't feel as confusing maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Kev, about that?
Feels right. Feels good. It's one of those things. It's like the nerve-wracking part to me and all that gets your blood really pumping is all the preamble. The actual physical violence part is, the calmness washes over you and your heart rate decreases and you focus on going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I'll give you my only high school fight story. So this is freshman year, and for some reason I didn't play sports my freshman year or any of my high school years. So that put me in the PE class, which we could do a segment on that, by the way, on its own. Because if you go to a big enough high school and you're even just moderately athletic and you're in the PE class, you are MJ. You are, you're Elijah Wan. You dominate those kids. Anywho, different story. So after our PE practice or whatever, we went back to the locker room. Of course, we have to like change out of our little shorts and shirts that they make us wear. By the way, that's a part of your grade in PE. Back when I was there, it was like you had to dress out and you had to wear their stuff, their branding.
Never washed.
Yeah, never washed. Oh my gosh, that's such a common thing too. That some kids their stuff was so stinky. And I thought, like, look, if you're gonna make us wear this, why don't you guys launder it, okay? And just hand it back to them. No.
9 months, never washed.
So freshman year, I'm in the locker room, and a neighbor kid was there in the same class, and we were kind of friendly with each other. And we were there. We had finished dressing out, and we were kind of shadowboxing with each other and just having fun. But I was already in the mindset, like we were like shadowboxing, so I was already in the kind of fight mindset, I guess. I end up like backing up and bumping into this kid, and he didn't like it. And he pushes me really hard, hard enough to where you're like your neck snaps back. I just immediately turn around and just start going to town, of course. I think I went like body, head. And like by the time he was, it was kind of... Because for me, this is another thing, the difference between the elementary, middle, and high school. Elementary school, like shoving is sometimes enough. Middle school, shoving might beget a punch or two, but then it's usually over. But by the time you get to high school, like if you're going to it's not going to be a shoving match. As soon as you shove, someone is going to swing on you. Anyway, so I just hit this kid, and he went down, boom, and he like fell into the lockers. And there's those, those benches right in front of the lockers. I don't know why they did that.
All over that.
Super dumb. So he just like, and like a huge commotion. It just pops off, a huge commotion. And the track coach, if you remember that dude, Morris.
With the Rolex and the aviators.
He was this styling dude with a really deep voice too, but not a big guy. He was a track coach. And he just starts yelling and screaming. He doesn't care who's fighting. He just doesn't care. He just wants it to stop. Exactly. So he comes in there, and we all kind of disperse, and only the kid that got punched is left. And yeah, and good on him, though. He didn't like tattle or anything like that, and it was over and it was squashed. I think he kind of realized that like what he did wasn't cool. It's essentially like a sucker punch. You push someone in the back, that sort of thing. But that was my only high school fight. That was it, and it lasted 3 punches in less than 2 seconds. That was it.
Annihilates locker room.
I honestly think it was just because I was already there with my friend and we were just doing stuff.
Sure. You were primed, like you said.
I just turned around and I was like already in the mode. Yeah, it was
your turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Oh, you're playing now too.
Yeah.
Play for keeps.
All right. Any final thoughts on school fights? Did you guys ever witness any elementary school fights, by the way? I'm just curious.
No.
Okay.
No,
but I can tell you this fight story.
Oh, yeah, please. The bloody one.
Kind of a sad one. It was 8th grade. Does that count as...
That's middle school?
Middle school. All right, well, it was 8th grade. We were in those garbage portable buildings. So the hallways are this big because they put lockers in them. You can barely fit 2 people down the hallways.
Well, the lockers are there
And
for structural support. They kept that building.
Yeah. Those aren't
poster.
glued shut.
And there was this kid. He was a little kid, much smaller than everybody else. Looked like he had some sort of deficiency or something. But he was incredibly annoying, and everybody wanted to punch this kid, but you didn't because he was kind of something was off with this kid. But he said something to one kid that didn't take kindly to it, and kind of like Bear, he just turned around ready to go, and just one pop right in the nose, and his nose just exploded. Blood like sprayed, and he had nowhere to go, so immediately he smacked his head against the locker and collapsed into a pile of blood and crying. And everyone was like, what? Like it wasn't like a crowd gather. They're like, is he still alive? Kind of crowd gather. And then that same kid, I watched him get punched again in 10th grade. I watched him get smacked. Wow. He said something to a kid. A kid walked over to him and just smacked him. And then he just put his head down on the desk and cried the rest of the day.
Wow.
Poor kid. I'm sure he's doing great now.
Dougie brings up an interesting, I didn't consider this, but girl fights as well.
Yes.
Girl fights, I can't think of like a specific one, but I just remember them being a lot more chaotic in terms of, because they're usually going to grab each other's hair and kind of flail around, whereas the guys are going to more square off and like try to actually strike. Yeah,
I watched 2 girl fights.
2 girl fights. I've definitely seen a girl fight. I just can't bring one to mind.
And there wasn't. It was mostly like just grabbing and holding and rolling, and tussling and stuff.
Yeah, tussling, frolicking. No, tussling.
But the hair pulling was the thing, because it seemed like the first girl that could grab the other one's hair and pull their head down, that was the fight. Yeah. They won.
Yeah, you're in control now. Was it full mount? Got the hair. It's full mount.
But I remember the rule being like, is because the girls would fight and tussle, and then as soon as they kind of went to the ground, they'd give it a couple seconds, then dudes would walk over and break it up.
Yeah.
And both the fights I saw, actual other students broke the fight up, as opposed to if it's 2 dudes fighting, you have to get the troll coach to come in and break it up or scream at them.
Yeah.
That's a good, I mean, there is a difference nowadays, and if you watch modern school fights, mostly there are fans, essentially. I mean, they're filming it, they're placing bets. I don't know what they're all doing, but they are. It's much more of a spectator sport than, like I said, when I was a kid, especially in elementary school, like any kind of like physical confrontation like that was huge deal. It was a big, big deal. We would be talked about for days, weeks even.
Yeah. Bear's always scouting.
Scouting
School
talent.
fights I see these days.
This kid's going places. He's going.
All right.
Slop, you seem to have avoided all violence in school.
Right. As my survival tactic, man. Be friends with everybody.
Make people laugh.
That's right. That's the only reason I'm the way that I am was survival. Because it would be going up against mostly guys that were your stature. So that was not an option for me. It just wasn't ever on the field. No.
Go low. Take the knees out.
Take them out. Yeah. Double
Back
leg.
then I only weighed like
all up
90 pounds. That's just like picked up by the shirt collar and what are you doing, little dude? So yeah, I just knew it wasn't ever an option. So I put all my stats somewhere else. I put them into charisma. So
there you go. Risen out. I will say, when I was a freshman also, I was concerned about hazing because it was still a thing. I guess it might be to somewhat, but it was much more common and accepted as a practice. And I remember having to decide ahead of time, if somebody tries to haze me, am I going to fight or am I going to accept the haze? And it never happened. And I think it's because they thought I was a sophomore. But yeah, it's something I had considered. Like, am I going to fight over this or am I going to accept and push the penny with my nose? That was the thing that we were supposed to do.
Yeah, penny.
And I remember one day walking by the vending machines and seeing 2 seniors with a freshman boy, and he was pushing the penny. And I just strolled on by.
Yeah.
Keep on walking.
Yeah.
Something you see every day.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good transition point. Hazing. We could talk about hazing in a future episode. There's some.
What was the other one we came up with? We got hazing, and then we got PE class. Yeah.
Yeah, PE class.
We'll talk about the time I got fully pantsed in the middle of PE class, a mixed PE class, while I was talking to the girl that I liked.
Honestly, PE class could easily be a segment because we got to talk about gambling, like VC. There's so much gambling going on in PE class.
Let me put those in the notes real quick so we don't forget.
PE class. Like the athletics were so much more disciplined and ordered and like goal driven. The PE classes were chaotic. One adult, 100, maybe 150 people, students there. It was chaos. There's no way they could keep tabs on what was going on.
Well, one adult that didn't want to be there.
Yeah, fair.
It was punishment to get the PE class.
You made an ass of yourself last night when we were out for drinks, so you got to do the PE class this semester.
Class.
Yeah,
that's it. All right, Slop, you ready to switch her on over to our second game, Atomic Runner?
This is your audio reminder, Barry.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You are most welcome. Yeah, Row was a mobile home, but basically it was a mobile home that they shoved kids in.
Yep.
Ugh, God, listen.
They even sound like when you're in those portables, like when you're sitting in them, the sound that it just does, it sounds hollow. It sounds like you're in a very precarious.
You are.
Yeah. How is it so big and hollow sounding and I'm shoulder to shoulder with everyone in here?
Yeah, and you lean up against the wall and it kind of leans with you.
Yeah.
All right. Slop, would you tell us what kind of game this is? What genre does this fall into?
Nowadays it would be called, I guess, an infinite runner or a free running game. So it's like a take on a horizontal shooter. The screen's constantly scrolling and you can't stop. I did find out that you can turn around, but you have to keep moving. This has the added complexity of it's also a platformer because you're playing a man. So you have to jump to avoid obstacles as opposed to having like free moving around the screen completely.
So would you say this is like a pioneering game in that respect? Like maybe it's the first of its kind? Okay. And I would, yes, please change to easy. Thank you very much.
15 continue.
I did test this game last week a little bit. It is hard on normal. They throw so much at you. It's ridiculous. Maybe at the end we should put it on expert and just run it a little bit just to show people how I guess they expect people to track all of these things flying at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're a young scientist. You're living a happy, peaceful life. All of a sudden, huge explosion from his own house.
My house.
Yeah, I'm out for a nighttime jog because he's a runner, free runner, if you will.
As it were. This exposition you get from someone who's dying is a novel. It's so much. He's saying so much. Oh, God.
His father, my son, I said. The old man in a faint voice with his last breath. Wow. God. He explained his whole story in one breath?
Big lungs on this dude. The Death-tarians.
Why didn't you tell me this like before you're about to die, Dad? If you knew all this,
Shut up.
right?
I've only got one breath. You're wasting my breath. Yeah, he's known of it for years. Like, what are you doing sitting on this?
Research.
Yeah. You listen to him point his finger? Okay.
All right,
This is
so
your
you're,
strength to more human levels.
yeah, your
What?
superhuman levels, if you will.
It's got various weapons, devices, technological advancements.
I think they could have done a little better than Death-tarians, honestly.
Oh,
But
yes.
You Episcopalian?
Pastafarians.
I'm a Death-tarian.
There it is. Another final breath. You get two final breaths.
Yeah, it's counting on you. That's a lot of pressure.
Also, in the preamble here, he gets captured like immediately.
Oh, nice. Son, you're a failure.
Paid for it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of exposition.
Yeah, here it is. was soon trapped by them. I guess that kind of makes sense. You get an Iron Man suit that you don't know how to use, and you'd probably get captured at the very least, or if you don't kill yourself.
Outlaw aliens. I think just aliens is enough.
Run on!
Run on, runner.
Run on, runner!
No
Can't
enemy
put a
can put a stop to justice.
Yeah, justice is
can't
on
do
my
it.
side. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Check this out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're about to die.
I almost did. Oh yeah.
All right,
Here we go.
fire around.
Nope.
Ooh, Rose said there's a weapon called the Spike Ball Whip. Where did you get that?
I'm gonna try.
Oh, mama.
God, big ups. Holy cow.
Killed some Terminator spiders.
Yeah, when they... This is kind of... Yeah, sorry, Slop. It's an auto-scroller, and they generate enemies behind you often. That seems unfair, I guess.
Rose said one of the buttons is a turnaround. I don't know
Yeah.
how that... Oh, you run backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take my strong hand. Oh, that's awesome.
You still can't move backwards even though you're facing that direction, which is very discombobulating.
Boomerangs. Oh, did they auto? No. Wow.
What the?
Yeah, forced
Spike
side
ball.
scroller. That's what Rose says is forced.
Route. Yeah.
Dude. Okay, mini boss? Is that what this is?
I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, little baby bird.
Little baby bird's out here. Baby bird Billy.
God.
You can't control the
Yeah,
height of
you're
your jump
just
though.
big ups all the time. There's no
Yeah.
mini jump. Man, the parallax is great, though.
Yeah, there's like 4 levels I saw.
Man, this is 1988? Is that what Rose said? This game's advanced.
I think the arcade version came out then. This was like 92?
Yeah, this port was 92.
Okay.
Oh, you can jump on enemies too. That's good.
Okay,
to know.
that's very useful.
I don't like that. When you jump and flip, you fire all around. I guess that can be strategic, but
Strategic. Damn.
Yeah, I don't... Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't like this.
Yeah, it doesn't... I guess that means it's more powerful, maybe?
Okay, goodbye.
Oh, God. I thought you died.
It's okay. Me too.
Okay, so you can upgrade your jump, apparently, right? Is that what the J is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that could be a disadvantage to me, because as I learn my jump kind of parameters, if it's fluctuating, I don't know.
Boomerang.
7 levels, Rose says.
And you can upgrade your attack power, rapid fire capability, attack range, or jump height. Oh. We went from Russia to Mayans?
Yeah, big ups. Nice.
Oh.
Well done, Slop. Holy cow.
Okay.
Music
Okay,
change.
here we go. First boss.
Now you have free movement back and forward.
Because the screen locks. Okay. Nice.
Wow.
Well done, Slop.
This is certainly on easy mode. This is.
I'm telling you though, that's the sort of
This
like.
is-
Don't you think this is an acceptable difficulty level for the
Sure.
first level of a forced runner or whatever? Yeah, come on.
Yeah. It's little.
The music
Little
does not
tiny
fit the
sprite.
mood here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's going to the club in between levels. I'm just gonna pause on saving the world for a minute, guys.
Yeah, these skulls are straight out of like, well, they came out first, but Legend of Zelda has those Skulltula spiders. And Legend of Link of Legend of Link, that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know that one. There it is, falling apart now.
Well, you don't have a duck either.
Yeah, you got like a little crouch, but you can't. Yeah, you can't duck anything with it.
Pinch there. Yeah, wow, that's tough right there.
Turning around is a big pain in the ass.
Oh, we should have done a save state or something, huh? Oh, we can
We
continue. We
got
got like
15
5
continues,
Okay,
yeah.
we're good. We're good.
I put it up to 15, so.
All right, we're good.
Oh, you can duck
Good
now.
crouch. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Get rid of
This guy.
now.
We need to get rid of him. There you go. Nice slow.
Get away. Get away from me. Wow.
That was like the same color.
Beeline.
Yeah. How could you see that? I'm gonna try to pay attention to your weapon upgrade as well, because this one seems like it's not like as maybe like Contra or something where it makes a huge difference when your weapons get upgraded. Because your base weapon seems to do just fine, maybe on easy. That was the
Right in
same
the
spot.
foot. It just doesn't have very much. The other weapons seem to spread out.
Yeah, have more spread.
There it is.
This little foot there. Get the hand.
That guy. He's firing from off screen, so how are you supposed to know it's even coming?
Right.
Oh, mama.
No, don't turn around. That's the worst. This is the worst.
It's so short.
Maybe when you have this one, you just focus on avoiding, huh? All right, that's a better one, much better.
Gimme. Why? Okay, we got a checkpoint.
Oh, nice.
Don't get it.
Get that crap.
Yeah, just don't.
Is that a TV bird?
Yeah, come on, man. TV bird.
Yeah. Classic.
I just noticed all of the like human like figures in the back.
super cool.
Oh.
Just getting a glance.
Especially that one on the
glimpse
bottom
of that.
left is so cool. The way the arm is, yeah, it's super cool.
We're in Chernobyl or Chelnov.
Chelnov. My buddy Chelnov.
Heck yeah, this one's great.
That one's good. Yeah.
This is
Ooh, gun.
handgun.
Huh?
Oh, it's this. The
more
laser
powerful.
beam. So,
Suck it.
Yeah. I'm always scared of those bridges are gonna like disintegrate. Nice. That's everything.
Oh, well, Disney out coming at you.
He's got a friend in his mouth.
cool. Wow. Okay.
All right, there he's going back home.
And there's penalties for not killing him. Can we? Okay.
One time.
Bumps me out a little bit.
I was fine. I didn't need to jump. I guess those guys always jump over you.
Oh, they were trying to trip you up. I mean, they were clearly trying to like,
Yeah.
trap you here, get you to overreact. Nice, well done, sir.
Oh,
Probably can't kill that. Huh?
just assumed. Oh,
Jumping.
oh, nope, you can't.
Oh, okay. You're doing very well, sir.
You are. I mean, the backgrounds are really cool, but they're so busy. It's hard to see flying crap.
And I don't think that's on accident.
But you may be right.
Because you guys said this was arcade, so that's a quarter, trying to be a quarter demon.
Quarter muncher.
Give me a quarter. I love quarters.
Yeah, do you hear that? They've integrated some kind of hoo-ha into the track.
What a damn hoo-ha.
I'll turn it up next time it does it. Oh, it'll do it now.
Yeah, they use that sound effect as an instrument.
Kev, what do you think about the character design? Because it seems to me that our main protagonist here, after all that prologue of how cool we are, like, we're the lamest looking thing on the screen, pretty much.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a suit. It's more of spandex and motorcycle helmet and maybe shoulder pads, football shoulder pads.
Yeah, his dad left him spandex and convinced him it was armor.
Yeah, it very much looks like they had to create this in real life. And that is just a bad 90s TV show.
Give me a little.
Okay, I can't get that one. That's fine. Not allowed to have it. Hello. Oh, of course. I'm too short with this one to hit it. Perfect.
It's lagging a little bit. Jump that dick. Never mind.
That did.
Alright, let's run.
I mean, if you want to do a save state when we get to the next boss, I won't judge.
I would agree.
I want to see more levels.
Let's see.
Wow.
We assume a continue is going to take us back to the beginning of the stage.
I would
right?
assume that, yeah.
Yeah. So, where
They
are...
changed it to Chelnov after Chernobyl.
Yeah, I read that. Thanks, Ro, for that one. They were like, I don't think we're going to be able to sell this, you know, considering hundreds of thousands of people are in the process of dying due to
Well, not
fallout.
that end. I think what I need to do is... Yeah.
I'm going to go low.
Hit him in the knees. Hit him in the knees. I'm in trouble.
Oh, he keeps
That's what I'm
going.
saying.
Maybe you got to go
Yeah.
to that upper little, I don't know, little face thing with the fire on it. Can you stand on those?
I don't think so, but I'll try it. Get in the cracker. Oh, yeah. No.
Dang.
This
Just
is...
got to jump off of him. Now go back to the left, huh? No, not to the right.
Oh.
Got you.
Do I keep gaining a life? What's happening?
I don't know. I thought you were using save states.
You were at 0. God.
Oh, you busted one of his eyes?
Oh, one of that bastard's eyes.
Ah.
That-
Oh, yeah, it was fine. You used your spandex to repel that. Okay, watch out for the head blast. Nice. That is where you want to be.
Oh, yeah, you got this guy.
Well done. Sir.
Oh, God.
It just implodes.
Uh-oh.
What?
And I go too.
He hit his eject button.
Here we go.
Back to the club.
Oh, yeah. Hit that Casio, baby.
Played on a watch. $13 most successful cabinet of all time? Oh, of the month.
Seriously?
Okay. Of the month.
Oh. I've never heard of this game.
Okay, all kind of
wait.
stuff.
We're gonna eat you now.
Hey, you see that? They put the that spiral one at the top, so maybe that is the best one. So far, I would say it seems to be the most competent of our
Yeah.
ammo options. I think with the lore of this game, the storyline, I don't think we should have like various weapon classes like that. We should have ammo for them because your dad should have already programmed all. You should already have all this if you start off with 50
Right.
of each or something, you know?
Like Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chopper. Joe.
Trying to just get out of the way, and you can't. Turning around, just the turning around. Just give me free movement. This is I just have missiles.
homing.
Okay.
Homing.
Hey, we have a new best weapon. Have you destroyed one of those yet?
No, I don't
okay.
think those seem to be indestructible. You shot a slow bullet. You see that?
And it was so slow.
Yeah.
It was that slow Hadouken.
That's right. Dangerous. I wanted that.
Did you get a free life?
I think so.
Yep.
Cool.
Ah,
Oh, dragons.
dragons.
Skip that, huh?
No.
That is.
God, dang. That's a lot of
Spike.
damage.
I would imagine, even though it's missiles, this is maybe the weakest weapon. The homing weapons usually are. There it is.
He done blowed up.
So we do seem to just be traveling the world now,
Yeah, we're in South
fighting
America.
these.
Sound and the music changed. Pretty cool.
Carmen San Diego. It.
Is that like an Easter Island head there floating?
Yeah. Hey, we did it, Easter.
We got our tie-in.
I like how you do have quite a bit of adjustment while you're in mid jump. You can, feather it a little.
Oh, well, okay. It's not terrible.
No, it's good actually. Probably
That's
yeah,
not bad.
especially with all the enemies coming online. Wow, super fast.
Hyper boy. Ain't never seen nobody run like
Yeah, who's the
me.
runner here?
Yeah. Hey, slow down, kid. I'm the runner. No, he didn't jump
That
last
time he
time.
jumped. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Change the rules on me, game. Do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. I don't want to play this anyway. Come on, buddy.
It's a bit ridiculous. Maybe you got to jump over the hands and let him run at you. You got enough ups? Jesus.
And two of them came actually.
Oh, that was amazing. Bulldozer.
Nice. That one's eyes moving.
That one's moving. Yeah.
Okay, save state? No, maybe.
I'm all for it.
Let's do it. I like to. I mean, considering there's 7 levels and each level has been, a world tour. Like, I'd like to see as many as we can in the next 15 minutes.
Oh,
What was that?
It's a 3-prong.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 3-prong bullet, and it was perfectly behind my bullet.
It's a nice little feature that they're teasing that something's coming up.
Can you jump up on that
I was
platform?
gonna say that platform in the top left may be important.
Cannot.
Maybe you have to jump off an enemy. Ooh, they're homing on you.
Mama.
Wow.
God.
Tough.
Dang.
Tough.
Yeah, maybe jumping off an enemy.
See, you were at 0 before and it let you keep going.
Maybe that's the easy mode. I'll give him one more try.
Ah.
Part of the easy mode, I guess. Yeah, it's just easy. Oh, maybe if I had, a better jump
Upgraded
power.
jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it. God, look at them all coming out of there.
Is he dead? Oh, wow. Okay.
Excellent, Slop. That was really well
Well
done.
done.
Perfect execution. Back in the club.
Let's go to the club.
Now I guess this is our Egypt level.
And you said you weren't going to get here.
Well, I didn't think easy mode was going to be an option.
See you later.
All right. Not the enemy we expected either.
An armadillo in Egypt.
I found the instruction manual, and it does list out all the enemies. And those are just called armored dillos.
Perfect.
No need to brainstorm more than one name.
Come on.
Yeah, when you shoot that guy with the shield and you duck, it clearly hits you in the head. I mean,
Yeah.
it's right in your headline. Yeah.
Mama.
A lot of enemies there. That's on easy too. I can only imagine what normal is like.
Oh, let me know on time if we want to go back and try expert.
Oh yeah, maybe just. I feels like this is gonna sort of naturally end when you run out of continues. Honestly.
Well, I put it up to 15 continues.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So we won't run out.
Nice. That.
I think maybe staying up top is your better bet there. I don't know.
Well, there's the shield guy up there. How are you supposed to get rid of him?
Oh, fool.
Nice.
Keep forgetting about that guy coming out of nowhere to perfectly land on you. Mess this up.
Now those upgrades are coming, so I don't know if you want them. Gosh, dog.
Oh, continue puts you at your checkpoint.
That's gotta give us some points there.
Yeah, they knew it was a hard game for consoles.
Yeah,
I
jumping
don't-
over
I don't
him.
know.
Looks like he's throwing the lasers.
From a very specific area.
Yeah.
Conjure.
You can't kill that thing. I can't anyway.
I don't know. Maybe you try to hang all the way back. You just stay in the back of the screen, let it push you forward or something. Is that as far back as you can go?
No, I can move further back.
He lands, then you jump.
Woo, mama.
Wow.
Now
I don't know how you killed that.
Easy mode.
Alright, they're giving us a bunch of jump upgrades. I guess we're going to need them.
Give me every upgrade.
Whoa.
Oh,
what the hell?
Not so bad then. Fully upgraded is pretty good.
That pyramid. Just traveling.
Come on.
Oh, into the quicksand.
That's where the demo dies too, right there.
Yeah. The guy recording. Jesus.
More challenging with some little pea shoes.
Yeah, and they're putting that stuff in the background, really just to distract you, I think. Oh.
I made the mistake of trying to look at the boss.
That's
Like,
what, yeah.
look at what it actually is.
Look at the Sphinx in the
what I was trying
background.
to
It's got
focus
the Terminator ripped off partial thing.
Yeah.
It's revealed.
Cyber pyramids.
Ancient alien theorists.
That's where it came from.
Graham Hancock make this game? Insane.
Come on.
And you can't jump on it. It just waits because you had to have destroyed it by then. Holy cow.
You can jump on his little balls, but you want to.
We'll clip that line. All right, maybe this is our chance for an expert run.
Sure.
All right, let's see what this game
I believe
really
you,
looks
Jacob.
like.
What he really did.
See how a real man plays Atomic
I'm
Runner.
telling you, like, even on normal, it's nuts on the first level, so I have no idea what this is going to be like.
Doesn't even let you play, it just kills you.
Yeah. You just. Okay.
Okay. Waiting for that shoe to drop.
Yeah, lulling us here.
Oh, I shoot 3 instead of one little.
There's definitely more enemies are in this section.
I'm seeing a shoot. They shoot 3 instead of 1. That's
Okay.
one thing.
There's that little coin looking thing. I don't know. They take a little more damage maybe too.
Yeah.
There's way more enemies there.
What did you
I
hit?
don't even know.
I don't
Something
know.
shot you?
I don't know. I think I hit the power up flame. Ah.
I like how they restart you basically at that checkpoint where you die. That's very nice.
Let me see here. Yeah.
Yeah,
if you hit
wow.
the
Okay.
Power up fire. Run into the bullet, please. You missed. Let me help you.
Nice. Boomerang. Did we have that dude in first time? I gotta give a lot of props to them. When you die, they restart you very close to where you died. That's super cool. Yeah, snuck that one in there right underneath.
Yeah, it's very hard to see anything, everything.
And even on a continue, they allow you to. There he is.
Yet.
Wow. Fancy football.
You're doing way better than I thought this would go down. Excellent, dude.
You tell how much Joe's concentrating because he's not talking.
Mm-hmm.
This requires all the brain power. None can be devoted to
Wow, and they're fast now. It's in a slow ball.
I hear shit blowing up off.
Yeah,
the
that's
roof.
great. All right.
Guess you have to go down.
Come on. They got
So
you.
are we at time or what?
Yeah, whenever you want to stop, we can stop.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, all right, fair. All right, stand
Lit by a
by.
fucking candle. Game's
Good
Okay,
stuff.
we're gonna go to the greatest heavyweights for Genesis. Let me just get a little Mas Musica here.
Do you have to redo the audio again?
I did, thank you though. All right, let's talk about greatest heavyweights for Genesis. Game design, Joe.
the graphics were pretty good. We were talking about the digitized faces, at least on that intro screen. We didn't really play as them in the game. I think Ali looked pretty good. What Holyfield, they gave his like pattern baldness instead of his bald haircut, but that's just a sign of the times. Story, I mean, classic boxer story. I guess you're training from the bottom to become the best boxer in all of history. I would have liked a nice comical time travel element to it, but you know, that's just me. I like everything with the Weird Al flair, so I can't judge it for not doing that. What about the sound? We had the one song that we kind of liked that we were bopping to, but I don't remember much else. I found like the sound effects got pretty tiring just in this time that we played. All the it's the same, maybe.
But what
6
about the
sound
taunting?
effects.
I mean, and Bruce Buffer's voice and other things.
Sure.
And they had they even had Muhammad Ali when you were playing him. It sounded like Muhammad Ali. So
Sure. Yeah, those are all good points. I think in my estimation, they just get tired really fast because there's not that many. Ultimately, there's not that many.
fair.
Man, I don't really care for boxing games either, so that's going to color this whole thing. This would be, I don't know, to me, this is, I don't know. It's maybe better if you guys grade it.
Okay,
And
fair
I kind
enough.
of be a deciding factor.
Kev, what do you think about graphic, sound, and story of
Yeah,
Greatest
the
Heavyweights?
graphics I think were really good. The digitized faces look great. You could tell who it actually was, as opposed to most games where it's a weird pixelized version of whoever it's supposed to be. So I thought the graphics were really good. The sound is, I'm with Joe. The grunts were already grating on me because there's 4 grunts, and you just hear them over and over because you're constantly throwing punches as fast as you humanly can. So I think that would definitely get annoying over time. It's the same grunts. The story, I loved games like that where you progress your character, and we played a ton of boxing games where you slowly build your guy up, and this is before they had actual little mini games inside of boxing games where if you did, the better you did at the mini game, better your stats will be. But they're trying, which is good. So I would have loved the progression of the story.
I mean, they did let you make your character green. There's a lot of freedom in that.
Yeah, that's true too. The character creation was pretty good for the time.
Yeah. So you get to create your own guy. You even got to choose your body, like how big you were going to look on screen, stuff like that. So a lot of the customization story stuff for your career was really cool. I would have dug the hell out of that. Really, sound is where it suffers the most. The voices did sound good, audible, intelligible. I like the voices.
So I agree. The sound is good, and it's also its area maybe of weakness, because I would have liked a lot more crowd reaction. There were times like they would open the fight and we would immediately hear taunting. We wouldn't hear the crowd. The crowd will pop. The crowd will pop for sure. So, see you, Ro.
My road.
So yeah, I guess it's just a little awkward. I'm leaning into a T2 Smile here because I think this thing it's definitely a green to me. It's got a lot in the tank. Looks really clean. The sound is grating, but it sounds good. Like they did a good job with the sampling and stuff like that. And then it's a story. It doesn't really need much of a story, but the career mode works, and it works really well considering this is pretty early in this kind of genre. So I'm in T2 Smile.
I'm happy with
what do you guys
T2. I'm happy with the T2. I didn't want to go Red Rooftop, but T2, I think T2 Smile is good.
Okay. Are you with us, Show?
Yeah, that seems fair. I was gonna go Y.
Oh,
T2Y. But so, again, I'm kind of playing against type as far as grading, so I think your rating is more appropriate.
Yeah.
And it's close to what I was thinking, just slightly better.
Okay. Next section, gameplay. So controls, level design, feedback, which feedback in a game like this is kind of important. Seemed a little button mashy to the viewer, but what do you think, Slot?
I'll agree. It feels very button mashy. I think eventually, because you think you expect one button press is a punch, and so you're just like, I got to get those punches in there as fast as I can, and maybe it does correlate to your stats eventually, where if your speed is high enough, you can do a one punch, really just machine gun them. If your speed's really high, maybe. Yeah. But it felt like, while I was playing, it just felt like the game wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Like, I couldn't react. Like, I wanted to go, head, body, head, or whatever your combination was going to be. And you kind of had to slow down, and I had to start putting those button combinations in the controller and not really watch what I'm doing. I have to time it on the controller, not time it to what I'm seeing, there was a dissonance there that was hard to get a hold of. And so I don't know what, maybe just bringing that timing closer together would have been the fix. I'm not sure. As far as
this was a 6-button game, yes? That's the one.
Yeah,
that
you
Rose
could.
said. So I think that might be a difference maker as well. Which meant back when this came out, you'd have had the 6-button controller, but that might have given you access to more fidelity of movement and motion to know, like, I'm pushing this button because I want this exact punch combination. So then you could kind of memorize those. Yeah. That way you're not reacting to which actually is kind of a real boxing thing in a way. You're not necessarily just reacting to your opponent, but you're comboing. You have something already in mind, and you're gonna combo.
Hey, Ed.
Hi, Ed. Right at the end.
Right at the end, sliding in.
Yeah, you're right about just the layout, just those buttons being more of an arcade setup where you've got your 3 pairs of buttons. It would be more intuitive than just the 3-button. You have your combinations, so you've got to throw A and B button together as your left uppercut, but B and C is your right uppercut, because A is your left hand, right, or C is your right hand. So it does make sense like that. I couldn't really get there in the amount of time that we were playing. So it just became, I'm using all right, I don't care, all right, until they start blocking, and then I would switch, and then that would usually be enough to break the pattern. So as far as the feedback, I guess they did as much as they could. You've got your head, health or stamina, that was its own bar. I realized that's what that white bar was eventually. And the same thing for your body, and then your overall just punching, health, energy, stamina before you go down, which I did see started to have a gray bar that creeped up. So your max in a round could be lessened. So you're getting beat and not enough time to catch your breath, I suppose.
Yeah. So rating on this? You got any leanings?
I already know that it would be super repetitive. So to me, it's going to lose a lot of points just on that because it's so repetitive. Man, like, I don't know, institutionalized.
That's
maybe.
what I'm thinking. Institutionalized. Kev?
Yeah, I was gonna have to defer to Joe on this because the boxing game is all about the feedback and the controls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And maybe like I said, maybe it's tied to the stats. And if you played one of the greatest heavyweights that have all their stats maxed, then that's when you really show the skill of like who knows the game mechanics the best. Could see two brothers get into that. Like, okay, we're gonna be, what do you say, Ali and who? Kev would have been your picks. Like, Marciano, yeah. And just then you're in a butt mash like frenzy for sure. So.
All right, on to satisfaction. So we're talking about how engaging and fulfilling was it? Was it fun? Now, I appreciate the caveat, Slop, that this is not the kind of game you would normally be interested in. So maybe Kev and I will take the lead on this one. Kev and I would have loved this game. Now, it might not have the replayability, but if it has a career mode, and it clearly is going to take you quite a few fights to get through it. We're assuming that there's a 2-player mode, which would be very important for, again. And with the trash talking element and the character creation element, and it looks good. I mean, it's nice and smooth and snappy. That all seemed really cool. So I would have found this to be quite engaging and fun. I'm not exactly sure where I might rate it, but I'm interested to hear Kev's thoughts.
Real quick, I gotta throw in. Yeah. It does have a 2-player. It also has a demo mode where you could watch CPU versus CPU, and also that we hadn't talked about that replay feature at all.
The replay. That's super cool, man.
Yeah,
that would have led to some fights. Somebody would knock somebody out, and then we just watch it 14 times in a row. Yeah, I think the career mode would have been our bread and butter. We would have definitely done the career mode all the way through. There's obviously not a 2-player career mode, I don't think, but that would have been kind of cool. Pass it off back and forth, but either way, I think it would have been really fun, and I think Bear and I would have played the hell out of this game. I would worry about, because most boxing games suffer from, monotony. You're kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again.
It helps, so like the career mode, you're going to level up with your opponents. That helps to keep you interested and engaged. So I'm feeling Lieutenant Dan, honestly, but maybe that's too strong. I don't know. I'm surprised at how cool this was.
Yeah, I could go Lieutenant Dan. I'm waffling between that and maybe a T2 Smile because I got to get my hands on it. I got to put some hours in it. I got to hit that Step-O-Matic or the Exo bike or whatever it was.
Exercycle.
Take your roids.
Yeah.
Your vitamins.
Your vitamins. Sorry, your vitamins.
Vitamins A through steroid.
Maybe Slop can tie break then if we're in that range. Well, Kevin, I think it's a green maybe in satisfaction.
Yeah, it's between Lieutenant Dan and T2 Smile. Is that kind of where we're leaning? It was fun. Like, this was fun doing it in this format. Like, if I was playing it with somebody, of course that's going to make it more fun. So it that helps. So maybe Lieutenant Dan. Then you could get a group of people together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could hand it off in a room full of kids, and everybody kind of have a different experience with it.
That's another nice thing to consider when we talk about overall fun. Is you could hand this game to someone and they just immediately start having fun. If you handed Atomic Runner to somebody, they would be like, what? Yeah, it would take a little acclimation before the fun begins, potentially. All right.
The fun has not started yet.
Yeah, first you got to train up. You got to read about your dad and get your armor and all that shit.
Here's your history books to read before you can play this game.
All right, that leaves us with a gush factor to contemplate now. I would guess we're probably going to be in the 3 to 4 range based on what I experienced. I know for sure, again, if Kevin and I rented this or owned it, we would have completed it. Just know. And Joe was pretty effortlessly moving through the career mode. I'm sure that it's going to have a point where it tips over into, wow, it's getting hard, I'm losing. But I'm going to go for Gush. I'll just say it. I'm going to go for Gush. I think I would have beaten this game and enjoyed it.
Yeah, 4 for me too.
Sorry, Joe.
Hey, no, that's fine. That's the way the 3-man setup works pretty well.
Yeah. All right. So a 4 Gush for greatest heavyweights. It's got some limitations that are worth noting, especially in the controls and the potential to mash your way to success. But it's got so many interesting and unique features that, yeah, were quite surprising that it had it way back in this early days. So cool game. Cool game. All right. Let me clear the board and we will move on. This takes too long. Okay. And then we are going to go with Atomic Runner. Atomic Runner. And Atomic Runner is, of course, for Genesis as well, a Data East game that was ported from the arcade, apparently, is the setup here. All right, so back to it then. Game design slot, graphic sound, and there is definitely a story here. We read most of it, so thoughts, Joe?
The first half of the block to read the intro. The graphics are the strongest part about this game to me. All the cool. I kept wanting to look at the stuff in the background, look at the bosses. That's what was getting me killed. Not all the time, but a handful of times I'd notice something new and then I'd get hit with a bullet. So this is a newer category of games since, my into my 30s and late 30s of this game's interesting to watch. I want to watch someone play this so that I can look at everything and that someone else can progress through the game. So it's certainly
this is a game I want to watch someone else play, which is that's kind of right, man. I enjoy the hell out of watching this game. So much to check out.
Yeah, the controls are
Wait, hold on, slow down.
Yeah. So the sound.
So you're giving it big ups on graphics. What do you think about the story? I mean, you were engrossed. You were.
I was really just trying to get to the next story part. That's all I was playing for.
It did hint that your sister's also in trouble. I don't know.
Right. So not only are they still destroying the world, but also now they've captured your sister.
Of course.
Well,
Come on.
That's kind of included in the first one. But I think we made a joke about do one more pass, with the name, the Death-Tarians. Come on. Little cheesy sci-fi, but for the time, I'm sure no problem.
Maybe they were trying to be cheesy too. I don't know, because then they named the whatever armadillo, so
yeah,
they were just
true. Maybe they're not trying to be totally serious, which is good.
Any leanings there on the rating there?
The leaning, man. Oh boy, it's pretty good. I might not go all the way to surprisingly wonderful, just like the art. Lieutenant Dan, pull it all the way up to that.
Up to a Lieutenant Dan. Kid, what do you think?
Yeah, the graphics were great. The stuff in the background, of course, Bear and I got to actually see what was going on in the background, and there's a lot of shit going on in the background. It's really cool. The art design is really cool and interesting. The stories, it suffers from a lot of what games of this time suffer from, where they just front load the whole thing with all this text to set the story instead of giving you little bite-sized morsels of the story as you go. So as a kid, I think all of us were just giving it the first couple screens and then just skip. Let me play the game.
I mean, to jump in real quick, I think a much better approach for this game maybe in the arcade, that's the way to go. Front load it all. You could skip ahead if you want to read it. You can.
True.
In the console version, though, how about in between levels while we're at the club or something? Change that out. We're not in the club in between levels, but then you fold the story in. You get breadcrumbed along the way.
Yeah.
Little Ninja Gaiden style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give you a screen here or there that I'll read, but I'm not reading that all at once.
And it would be more fun to read it because you're after those levels, you might need a break.
Instead of our dad's 45-minute last breath soliloquy.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That was
my last breath. All right. So ratings, kid. Slop's going Lieutenant Dan here. Surprisingly wonderful.
I'm happy with Lieutenant Dan because the graphics are pretty great. Awesome stuff. A lot of cool art design.
Okay, we're in agreement. I think it's a killer looking game, and the sound was fine, the music changed, it was totally acceptable, and then just the story was probably fine. We were making fun of it, but if they breadcrumbed it, I think it would just been a better way to, you know, to allow the player to discover as opposed to just telling them everything right in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, next we will go to gameplay. So obviously this is going to be where Joe's going to shine. We can talk a little bit about the levels, Kevin and I can, but Slop, what do you think about controls and feedback, particularly for Atomic Runner?
So it has a button that you can use to turn your character around. And it's not a button you just tap. You have to press the button and then tap the direction so that you turn around.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I should have, I didn't try out the other controller types that do offer those, and I don't know if that changes. If there's a configuration where it's just a tap, you hit that button and your character turns around, that alone would improve it like tenfold. But the way it's currently set up, it's not unplayable, obviously, but it was real tough. Even by the end, I wasn't fully had it in my head when I wanted to do something, my finger would go to the wrong button. So, well, let me see here. I've got it pulled up. Let me see if in the instructions, if it says, because if that's the case, then I want to rate the controls not as harshly. See, left or right. Looks like it's the same for all of them. It just changes the direction. Oh, interesting. You can change it to where the C button is you're facing right and shooting right. A button is facing left and shooting left, and you're jumping with the B button. That might be a better control setup right there.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm not going to be as harsh on the controls because I didn't play it with those other setups.
So let me
Sure.
lead the witness here. I for some reason it's gonna either go in gameplay or satisfaction, but I think we've got to have a "Will you stop playing the game, sir?" somewhere on this board. I don't know if I'm gonna stop playing it because of like I'm gonna die a bunch and fail a bunch. Maybe that goes into satisfaction, or does it feel more like it's on the controls and level design, like they're setting me up too much for failure, and I have to memorize where these guys are coming from. So I can't tell where it's going to land, but I feel like we got to get a frustratingly good in here.
That's fair. I'm trying to think what would be
this game is kind of built. That's a part of it. It's part of the genre in a way. It's meant to be sort of frustrating.
Yeah, it's almost got it's a puzzle game element to it. There was that section where I got stuck. That guy that kept jumping down and landing directly on me, and we eventually got through it. Of like hang all the way back to kind of force him. Anyway, so I think the "Will you stop playing this, sir?" might actually go into the satisfaction.
Okay. So where are you leaning then on gameplay?
Where I'm on this one on gameplay. Yeah. Maybe a T2 smile for now.
Thoughts, Kev?
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking about the level design. The level design seems to be the frustrating part. That they're adding in to make you force you into these tiny little areas where you're gonna have to die to play it 5 more times to figure out where exactly you need to be when if they throw somebody at you from the back. But that can also go under satisfaction too. But the fulfillment it's fun, but it's very frustrating. So I'm happy with the T2 smile or "Will you stop playing the game, sir?"
Okay, we'll go T2 smile then for gameplay. And now we'll move on to satisfaction. So again, I'll just lead here again. This game is definitely engaging. I did play it a little bit. It makes you want to play it. It's got an immersive element. The style, sound, and enemies are just so interesting and enriching. The parallax is really cool. So I'm engaged. I wanted to see Joe continue to progress throughout this game. I am engaged.
Well, yeah, it's better this go round. I think I told you I practiced a little bit and didn't get any further than you did, Bear. When I watched you practice and you got me that first hand that comes up out of the ground and it was like game over. Okay, all right, I guess. And that's when I put it down. I said, if this game's going to be this frustrating, I'll just save it so it's at least funny for everyone. But it ended up just putting it on easy gave me enough chance to get a hold of the controls even just on that first stage. So yeah,
Which
certainly
they
recommend the
recognize
easy
that.
mode.
The developers
Yeah.
recognize that they gave you 5 lives and 15 continues. So they recognize that you're going to die, guy. You're going to die a
Yeah.
lot. So get used to
You ain't
it.
as good as you think you is, kid. But yeah, so
Kev, I'm concerned. Not concerned.
Concerned.
Not concerned. I'm interested. And how do you feel about a game like this from an engagement? Are you in the frustratingly good side, or would you have found it to be like not quite as frustrating as Joe and I did? I know you're the one that didn't play it, but
I think we all know I would be incredibly frustrated
Okay,
by this
all right.
game. This would definitely be a game that I would rage quit, unplug it, take the game out, throw it in the corner, and then 10 minutes later, come back, put the game back in, turn the
mad
system back
about
on.
picking it up.
We're back.
God
We're back.
damn game.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
fucking-
That's exactly what I would do. So yes, I would be incredibly frustrated, but because it's fun and engaging, I would put it back in and play it again.
which also then speaks to the fulfillment, because as we were progressing, I was finding it fulfilling. Like when he would accomplish and beat the boss, and we moved on. It was a nice to hit up the club in between levels. Okay.
Yeah, a little breather.
All right. So are we? Will you stop playing the game, sir? Here.
Will you stop playing
We are.
the game,
We
sir?
are. Okay. Anton has arrived. Well, then it's going to lead us into a gush, and with all greens, I'm gonna guess we're for gush as well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Very surprisingly.
Yeah. I think this game's
I got
cool,
it.
man. I really do. Especially, I know it was an '88 arcade port, but this game's cool, dude. I might just play this one later.
Yeah, one might say rad. It is a rad game.
All right,
I would
excellent.
say.
Let me just turn that, and then we'll go back.
Rad.
And here we are. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm so glad we got to get back to our normal St. Kohzee. I've been missing it. I've been missing you guys. We need the three of us. It's something special, when threes happen. So thank you for getting back to town there, Mr. Sloppy Joe.
Well, I'm glad I could make it happen for you.
All right.
Make our dreams come true, Joe. Thank you.
Jeez.
We're good for next week, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're watching this in the future or in the past, please drop a comment about a game you might want us to play from your childhood. Something from either the 80s to the early 2000s. I feel like 2002 is really our hard line there in the sand. But
Yeah.
somewhere in that range, if you've got a recommendation, we'll take it. And we'll make Joe play it. Yeah. All right. Final thoughts, boys?
Everybody have a nice Easter.
I'm going to go eat burgers.
Hey, that's a nice Easter.
The old Easter burger tradition. All right. Yes. Well, we thank you all for hanging out with us and laughing, and we'll hopefully see you all next week with another episode of St. Kohzee's Center for Comfy Nostalgia. Okay, then. Bye-bye now.
Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoon.
So cozy.
Time of God, she's fed and snoozed.
St. Cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
St. Cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.